So this is the paper. This is a model paper that I have made this paper for you, right? This is a model paper. You can see the paper there. We will, as I have promised you that I would do 10 model papers. So this is one of those model papers. This is the first model paper, right? It's the structure is the same like the uh, nearly same. Okay, not the exactly same, but nearly same as the real exam paper. Okay, so there are, as I have told you that there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. This is paper 1, and in the same paper you can see the second one is also attached with this. Here the second paper starts, right, in page number 5, general English paper 2. How the paper is structured when we go back to the first paper. The first paper is in the first paper there are two parts, part A and part B. In part A, grammar and vocabulary is tested. Grammar and vocabulary is tested, right? So they check whether how good you are at grammar, right, and vocabulary. So this is grammar. So you can see prepositions are here. So they are testing you the preposition. So your knowledge about preposition, on preposition, how you use the preposition. So that's related to grammar. And see below, the second question is on grammar again. It's all about tenses. But this one is very easy, but in the paper it's a little bit harder. Okay, not like this. As a beginning paper, as a starting paper, as a first paper, we will go with the easier one, right? So I have inserted this one, is which is a little bit easy. And the other one is vocabulary, right? Sorry, well, not vocabulary. Actually, it's also grammar, especially determiners and conjunctions and preposition pronouns are tested here, right? So that's grammar part. 10 marks are there for you. And the other one here, this is, yeah, underline the correct words and phrases. Okay, this is about vocabulary. All right. So you have to select the correct word and insert the word here, right? So you can underline the words. So this is also about all about vocabulary. And again, fifth one is also on vocabulary. You can see the prefixes and suffixes are tested, right? Whether uh, you know about these one prefixes and suffixes, right? As prefixes are the letters we add in the front to the word, and the suffixes are some of the letters which we add in the end of the word to uh, change the word class. Okay, so that is tested here in the fifth one. Okay, and B part, the second part of the first paper is the B part, and it's all about reading and writing. Okay, you can score 25 marks for all the questions from sixth question. Okay, in the reading part, reading means whether you can understand what you read. Okay, in the sixth question, there are some sentences. You have to read the sentence and you have to understand the sentence, right? So your understanding of the sentences. So see, the sentences are in dark letters. You are going to read them, read the letters, sorry, read the sentence, and there are 4 options from A to D. So one of those option is the correct one, which uh, depicts or says the same meaning of the dark lettered sentence. For example, the first sentence says, the more you practice, the more confident you become. Okay, that's the sentence. So whether you can understand this sentence, right? So that's what they are checking. Okay, you understand certain sentences. This sentence is very complex sentence, right? So the more you practice, the more confident you become. Now, from A to D, there are sentences again. One of those sentences must be the correct one. Okay, you have to select the correct option which fits the meaning of the first sentence. Okay, so there are 5 sentences like this you can score 5 marks for this question number 6. Usually in the paper, this kind of question very common, right? Common question. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. There are 5 questions for you, right? And there are 4 options. So you have to select the correct option, which has the same meaning of the first sentence, the dark lettered sentence. And question number 7, there's a text or an article on different topics. So here the topics is on transportation. Actually, it's about the train travel, the change. Okay, what changes have been done? Okay, by the Ministry of Transport to the railway department or railway a train. Okay, to from Colombo to Jaffna. Okay, so it's a new program which is going to be implemented. So it's about train travel, train service. Okay, the article is about train service. Okay, so based on this text, right, based on this article, there are questions, right? You have to give answers for these questions, and there are some other questions. Just you have to insert whether they are true or false. Then in the 8th question, that's going to be the last one of the first paper, you have to write a paragraph. Okay, the one paragraph consisting of 75 to 100 words. Okay, you have to write, the word limit is 75 to 100. So you have to keep your word limit within that number and write a paragraph, one paragraph. Okay, you are not going to write several paragraphs, you are going to write a paragraph. And the first sentence has been given. Now the question is writing a paragraph in what topic? The topic has not been given, right? So you have to decide which topic, right? So that there's a clue in the first sentence what you are going to write about. Okay, what the paragraph is going to be about, right? So when you read the first sentence, the starting sentence, okay, this is the starting sentence of your paragraph. They have written that. So when you read this carefully, you will understand on what topic you have to write the paragraph. The sentence says, the beginning part of the paragraph, first sentence says, reading books is a habit that provides many benefits. Reading books is a habit that provides benefits. So here the topic is going to be the habit of reading books and their benefits. The benefits of the habit of reading books. Okay, so you are going to write the benefits or advantages you get from reading books. Okay, only books, reading books, not newspapers, not any other brochures or book, other things. It's about all about books. Okay, so you have to be strict with this topic. So you have to write a small paragraph with 100 words. Okay, 75 to 100 words. Now let's go back to the first one. Now we are going to discuss only the first paper today. So let's go to the first one. Here in the part A, you can score 35 marks about vocabulary and grammar. Let's try the first paragraph. The first paragraph, before the first paragraph, you can see the prepositions they have given for you to fill the spaces and complete the paragraph. The words are, the prepositions are over, with, at, towards, along, and into. Right, over, with, at, towards, along, and into. The paragraph starts, the young intern nervously walked. It's about an interview. Okay, the young intern nervously walked. The HR managers closed the door. He had an appointment 10 a.m., but he was afraid of being late. So the candidate was late, right? So he was afraid of being late. He saw the manager walking him down the hallway and quickly stepped the empty office. He stayed hidden there 5 minutes until the manager passed. So this is a small paragraph. Let's try to fill the spaces and complete the paragraph. Okay, we are going to fill the spaces with the preposition. The young intern nervously walked, but the preposition we can use here in this space. The young intern nervously walked. We can't say over the manager. We can say with. It is also possible. We can't say at. Towards is also possible. Along is also possible, but we can't use into. So walked with the HR manager, walk towards the HR manager, walk along the HR manager, but we can't use with and towards because you can with, because we are not talking about HR manager, but we are talking about HR manager's closed door. So we can use with, but towards and along are there. We can use one of those, right? So so first one, the young intern nervously walked along the HR manager's closed door. He had an appointment at 10 a.m., but he was afraid of being late. He saw the manager walking towards him down the hallway and quickly stepped into the empty office. He stayed hidden there over 5 minutes until the manager passed. Okay, so along, at, towards, right? Into, number fifth is over 5 minutes until the manager passed. So if when you fill these spaces with the correct preposition, you can easily score 5 marks for that. Let's come to the second one. Fill in each blank with the correct form of the verbs given in the brackets. Yesterday afternoon, yesterday. So we are talking about yesterday, right? The previous day. So it should be in the simple past tense. I walked home when I realized, okay, yes, yesterday afternoon I walked home. When I realized I left my phone at the library, I immediately ran back. When I arrived, the library was closed. I had to wait until the librarian comes out. I explained the situation to him. Luckily, someone had found the phone and handed it in earlier. As soon as I got it back, my friend called me. Okay, so that's how the second one. That's easy, right? Now let's see the third one. An important announcement was made by the principal. Okay, an important announcement was made by the principal in the school in the morning assembly. He announced that a few, they have given few, a few, and much, which is correct. You can't say few students. That means it gives a negative meaning. A few students means it's a negative meaning, right? A very less number, right? It doesn't give a positive impact, a positive idea. You can't use much here because we are talking about countable nouns, students. Much is used with uncountable nouns. So students is countable noun. So you can use few or a few, right? We can't use much, but we can't use few because it gives a negative idea. A few means, yes, there are considerable number of students who has passed or achieved a good result. So a few is correct. A few students had achieved excellent results. These results were better than. Okay. So they have given then, that, and then. Than is the correct one. These results were better than last year's. He gave prizes to the top students, including my sister and me. We were all very proud of them, their achievements. Proud of their achievements. The principal said that both hard work and dedication, were key to success. Each student, you can't say all student, right? We can say all because student here singular form. You can't use all. Every and each. Okay, here the correct one is each student. Sorry, every student cheered loudly for the winners, realizing that nothing is impossible. Okay, nothing is impossible with effort. So that's how. So if you have done correctly, so you can score 10 marks here for the third one. Let's jump to the fourth one. There are 5 sentences with some spaces and there are 4 words for each sentence. One of those words is correct. So let's try that. First one is the new vaccine played a key role. The new vaccine played a key role in the spread of the viral disease. The new vaccine played a key role in. The words have been given: inventing, discovering, controlling, and looking. Right? So why we administrate vaccine? To control the disease, right? So the new vaccine played a key role in controlling the spread of the viral disease. We can't say inventing the spread of viral, and we can't use discovering the spread of the viral. We can't say looking the spread of viral. Okay, so they are mismatching, right? The correct word is controlling the spread of the viral disease. Second, his practical solutions helped rural people to their standard of living. What we can use here? Can we use improve, grow, enlarge, or increase? They are similar meaning, right? They give all like similar meaning, but the use is different, right? His practical solutions helped rural people to improve their standards. Okay, improve their standard of living. That's the correct one. Third one, Imran invited Ramesh to come and the art exhibition with him. So words have been given: seem, watch, look, and stare at, which is correct. Imran invited Ramesh to come and look the art exhibition with him. Fourth one, we highly your proactive approach towards this community work. We highly your proactive approach towards this community work. Words have been given within the brackets. They are insert, enhance, express, and appreciate. Which one you can use? We highly appreciate your proactive approach towards this community work. Number 5, mutual understanding can help us. A better working environment. Words have been given: inculcate, introduce, create, and implement. So mutual understanding can help us what? Create a better working environment. That's how. So it's all about collocation. Some words goes with some certain words. Okay. So that's what we learned from this. Okay. So if you have done this one correctly, you can score 5 marks. Normally in the first paper, you can see this kind of tests or questions. Most of the time, the words or the sentences are from your general English book, but these are not like that. So I have written these sentences here. But when you go to your real paper or past papers, you can see these kind of questions in the paper, in the first paper, and most of the time the sentences are from or extracted from your general English paper. So if you have learned or studied a book well, you can remember the sentences and easily you can write the correct or select the correct word there. Okay, so it's easy, you don't need to worry about, but you have to work a little bit harder. And finally, the fifth question for the part A is to underline the correct word ending. Correct word ending means here the suffixes are tested, right? Word endings means the suffixes, selecting from those given in brackets to complete the words in the passage below, right? You can score 5 marks for this. They have given the word endings, 3 word endings for each word or each number. Okay, here. Let's read the paragraph. The number of accidents, so this is about accidents, right? The number of accidents on minor roads has been increasing over the past year. The number of accidents on minor roads has been increasing over the past year, even though the what's this? Authorities, authorization, and authorize. Which one is the correct one? Even though the authorities have provided several safety campaigns, the issue persists. The issue still exists. Okay, not solved. In the meantime, the same time, legalize, legally, legal. So next word is action. Action is a noun. So the word that comes before the noun should be an adjective. Legalized is a verb. Legally is an adverb. Legal is an adjective. Right? So legal action. Legal action has been taken against several drivers who violated traffic regulations in the area. Okay, right. In the meantime, legal action has been taken against several drivers who violated traffic regulations in the area. Police said drivers were charged for driving at excessive speed. Excessive speed means exceeding the speed limit. Excessive speed, causing accidents due to reckless driving. Reckless driving. A senior official, number 5, a senior official said that drivers were yet to come to terms with the basic road rules. So that's how. It's a simple paragraph. It's all about the suffixes and prefixes. Here the suffixes are tested, right? How good you are with suffixes or at suffixes. So you can easily score 5 marks for this if you have finished with correct answers. Now let's come to the B part. The B part, reading and writing. 25 marks are there. Question number 6. Okay, for the question number 6, 5 marks. And number 7, 10 marks. Okay. And again for the paragraph, 10 marks. Altogether, 25 marks. Easily you can score 25 marks there. Let's see the first one. Underline the option that best expresses the meaning of each sentence. So the first one, the more you practice, the more confident you become. You become confident when you practice more, right? That's what the sentence says. Let's see which option fits this. Okay. So the A option is confidence is necessary before you start practicing. It says before you start practicing, right? You can see whether it is correct. Okay. B option, practicing is difficult if you lack confidence. Practicing is difficult if you lack confidence. If you don't have any confidence, it is difficult for you to practice. Okay, that's what the B option says. C option says your level of confidence increases as you practice more. When you practice more and more, you can increase your confidence. C option. D option says you should only practice when you feel confident. Okay, when you feel confident, then only you can practice. So, which one is correct here? C. Answer C is correct. Your level of confidence increases. Okay, the more confident you become, the more you practice. Your level of confidence increases as you practice more. That sentence, the meaning, the meaning of that sentence expresses the exact meaning of the dark lettered sentence. Okay, right. Let's move to the second one. Neither the students nor the teacher was aware of the change in the timetable. And neither the students nor the teacher was aware of the change in the timetable. Neither the students nor the teacher means both. Okay, both these, okay, the students and the teachers, they both didn't know of the change in the timetable. Neither. Okay, no either. Neither the students nor the teacher was aware of the change in the timetable. They didn't know about the change in the timetable. Let's see. One of the options from A to D would give the same meaning of the sentence, right? Dark letter sentence. So the first A part says, A sentence says, only the teacher knew about the change. So it's wrong, right? Both students and the teacher were unaware of the change. Yes, this one is correct, right? Both the students and the teacher were unaware. Right? Here, no, neither. This gives the negative. Neither, no gives negative idea. So this sentence is negative form, right? Okay. So B is correct here. Both the students and the teacher were unaware of the change. C, the students knew about the change, but the teacher didn't. So this is wrong. Everyone was informed about the change in the timetable. That's also incorrect. So B is the right answer for the sentence. Third sentence says, in spite of the heavy rain, the outdoor concert was a great success. In spite of the heavy rain, the outdoor concert was very success. In spite of the heavy rain. In spite of the heavy rain means despite the heavy rain, though it was heavily raining, the outdoor concert was a great success. If you place but here, we can say it rained heavily. It rained heavily, but the indoor concert was a great success. So that's the idea. Okay. Right. Now let's see the right option below. The concert failed because of the heavy rain. It says the concert failed, but here we can say the concert was great success. The rain stopped just before the concert started. No, they didn't tell anything like that. The concert was successful even though it rained heavily. Yes. See, concert was successful even though it rained heavily. So the concert was successful. See this one, concert was successful, right? Even though is a conjunction which we used instead of in spite of. Okay, even though it rained heavily. So this C sentence or the option is the correct one. D, the concert was cancelled because it was raining. No, we didn't say anything here on the cancellation of the concert. Okay, the concert was success, right? So C is the correct answer. Let's go to the fourth one. Rarely does one encounter such a talented musician in this small village. Rarely does one encounter such a talented musician. Encounter means meet. One person, okay, any person. A person may rarely meet. Okay, a person rarely meet. A person rarely meet. Encounter means meet. A person. One means a person. A man. A person rarely meets such a talented musician in this small village. Okay, we can't see a lot of talented musicians in this village. So we rarely see someone, a musician in the village. Okay, a talented musician in the village. That's what this sentence says. Let's see the options now below, A to D. A says it is common to see talented musicians in this village. Not common, right? Rarely we see. Very rarely. So A is not the correct one. A is not the correct one, right? Uh, B. Talented musicians never visit the small town. No. Talented musicians never visit. Let's keep that one there. C, one hardly ever finds. Rarely means hardly ever. Okay. In the previous paper, you may see I have given this word hardly ever within the brackets for rarely. When you go to simple present tense worksheet, you can see I have given this word within the brackets where the word rarely is, right? With that word, I have given hardly ever, right? So C is the correct one. One hardly ever finds such a gifted musician, a talented musician, gifted musician in this town. So that's the correct one. D says many talented musicians live in the small city. No, right? Fifth one. He would rather walk to school than take the crowded bus. He would rather walk to school than take the crowded bus. Let's see the options. He prefers taking the bus because it is faster. He likes walking to school more than riding the bus. He always takes the bus because the walk is too long. He walks to school only when the bus is not crowded. So it's clear that B is the correct one. He likes walking to school more than riding the bus. Riding means traveling by the bus, traveling by bus. Okay. So B is the correct one. So like that, it's most of the time these kind of sentences are conditional sentences. Conditional sentences combined with two ideas. So they are checking whether you can understand reading the sentence, right? So if you have done it correctly, you can simply score 5 marks for this question. And the seventh question is that you have to read this paragraph and give the answers here. Let's see whether you have answered these questions. You must have read this. First question is, what is the main goal of the Lanka Express service?